Hey kids, welcome to Unit 3, Lesson 3, For Loops, Exercise number 3, C. In the last lesson, we used numbers to traverse our new friend, the for loop. In this lesson, we're going to see how we can use our for loop with a painter. Let's go ahead and jump into the lesson. Looks like we have to import our Painter Plus. In Painter Plus, we're going to write a method with the method signature public void paint park string colors. In this method, we're going to write a for loop to traverse the array colors. In the for loop, we're going to paint a line using the current color, then turn left. In my neighborhood, we're going to instantiate a Painter Plus object called myPainter, and that's going to be at 1,9 facing east with 40 units of paint. We're going to declare and initialize a string array called paintColors with 4 colors. Then we're going to call the paintPark method and pass the paintColors array as an argument. And it looks like what we should be doing here is painting a square around our beautiful little benches. Again, kids, we're just going to break this down step by step, and it's not too bad. First thing we need to do is go to our Painter Plus and import that. Now that I have that, take a quick look, make sure it's the right one. It is. And now we're going to stay in Painter Plus and write a method with the method signature public void paint park. And it looks like we're going to pass an array string of colors on. Let's go down to our bottom. Let's do our end of class. Give ourselves a little space here. And let's write this method signature first. We want public access, void. We're not going to return anything. It's going to be called paint park. And don't forget your curly braces. And we're going to be passing along a parameter. It's going to be a string array. So don't forget your square brackets. And it is going to be an array of colors. Well, that's the first part. Much like the other lesson we did with painting, we're going to create a loop that's going to look through a set amount of colors. And anytime it moves and turns left, it's going to switch those colors to the next one. Once it's done with those colors, the loop will stop, we'll exit out, program will be done. That means we need a for loop to paint a line using the current color. And if you come down here, we are going to do our for loop. So we're going to do for our parentheses. Don't forget your curly cues. In our statement, we want to make an index, and that's going to be set to 0. And as long as our index is less than, and what are we looking through here? Well, we want the loop to traverse the array of colors. So we want colors.length. Another semicolon, and then we want to increment up once we're done to the next index, so index plus plus. Remember, this happens after whatever we want to happen in here. What do we want to have executed within our statement? We want it to paint a line, right? I think we have a method here to paint a line. We do. We have a method we can use. And while it can move, it's just going to paint a color and then move. I think we can use this method within our statement. Let's go back down here. And we're going to run the paint line method, but we want to do it with our colors, right, kids? So that means we want whatever index we're at, it colors to be the line that we're painting. And that move, if you can move, will keep running. At the end, we want it to turn left to do the next line. clean up our code here a little. Oops, don't want to delete that. What our method is doing is it's looking through the array of colors we're going to make. And each time it picks a new color, it's going to pass that along to the paint line method, which just paints a line, moves until it can't. Once it can't, it's going to turn left. Then it's going to move to the next index or next color, repeat and rinse. That's how we get our square. We're not done yet. We have to go over to my neighborhood. In number 4, we have to instantiate a Painter Plus object called myPainter at 1,9 facing east with 40 units of paint. Well, that's not too bad. We've done that a ton of times, kids. What class? Painter Plus. We're going to call it myPainter Plus. It's going to equal a new Painter Plus. And we're using our constructor object with 4 parameters. And we're going to go 1, 9. In the X and Y location, we want it facing east with 40 units of paint. That takes care of number 4. Number 5, we're going to declare and initialize a string array called paint colors with 4 colors. How do we declare an array? Well, the data type is going to be string. Need our square brackets. It's going to be called paint colors, and it's going to be equal to, put our curly braces here and our semicolon, and we have to give it 4 colors. Do black, white, purple, and gold. These are the 4 colors for the method that I just wrote. That means I should get a painter that goes black, white, purple, gold. Finally, we have to call the method. And the object we instantiated, myPainter Plus. And the method we wrote was paint park. And the array we want to pass along is the paint colors array. Don't forget your semicolon. Now when I hit run, I should get my object created in the X position of 1, 9 in the Y facing east. It should paint black, white, purple, and gold all the way around my little table. Well, let's see if we're right, kids. Oh, looks like we have a spelling error here. We forgot an S. Let's clear it off, see if we have any more. We're getting this argument saying that the arguments differ in length, and that usually means I don't have the right set of parameters for my constructors. Looking down in Painter Plus, you can see I have my no argument constructor, but it looks like my parameterized is missing. I'm going to copy the code here. Go back. And let's write our parameterized constructor. I am sure that is spelled wrong, kids. Paste it in. Now we have our constructor. This is an important reminder how important our parameterized constructors are in Java. Remember, if you don't have the right set of arguments for your constructor, it will not run. I think this is going to fix all of our issues. Let's go ahead and hit run and see if we're right. Oh, looks like we're forgetting one curly bracket. Let's clear it. Now we should be good, kids. Let's run. Pick up the speed a little here. And there you go. We got my painter to paint around the table. Again, it started at 0, 1, 9. I had it starting here. Should have looked at the numbers better, kids. I am bad at my Y directions. And it did exactly what I thought it would do for the rest of the program. Key takeaway from this lesson, kids, is understanding how we can use arrays to do other things than enter grades or store information. In today's exercise, we used it to store colors so that every time we had the loop execute through, it would change to a different color. And keeping the theme with the previous lessons, we used a for loop instead of a while loop. And remember, in our for loop, within our declaration, we set our integer index equal to 0. We still search through the array we're looking through as long as we are less than the index. Within our declaration statement, we increment up our index, but before we do that, we execute whatever the statement is within our for loop. Big difference between the while and the for, other than we use the for loop when we know how many times we want it to execute, is that everything is on one line, but they execute identical. Hopefully this video helped you understand for loops a little better. As always, kids, if you have any questions, come see me. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next video. See you later, kids. Bye. Bye.